Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome, everybody, to Season 4, Episode 30. Welcome here after a wonderful, astonishing, bombastic week of football. I hope you all have a lovely time just soaking in the beauty scenes of what happened this weekend and this week with the Premier League, the La Liga, the Champions Liga, in all the ligas you can join in the Liga. That was great. But everybody, let me first introduce you to my guest on the show. Just kidding. My co-host of the show. He's a fan of Chelsea FC and the better team, Dortmund. How are you, Solomon?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. This is the only time where I came in at a good time, but I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
fair enough. Fair enough. I like that. Elvis also introducing another guest on the show who's currently the transfer agent for a team called Tokyo Red Stars up in Japan. How are you, Mr. Agent Dimitri?
Oh, I wasn't on mute. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
We are here at
Uh,
the Tokyo Hotel.
How's the Tokyo Hotel? Arigato, gozaimasu.
Nah, we're in Germany, but
Gone. No?
yeah, we're at a concert.
Oh, what concert?
Tokyo Hotel.
Tokyo Hotel's the concert?
It's a band.
Oh, okay, great. Can you tell me what their hit song is?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Happy if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
I think that's one of the bangers. I believe you. Okay, well,
Yeah.
moving on. Yeah, thank you. Moving on now to the breaking news, where we talk about breaking news of football and we can say a couple words. So, moving on, and crisis. So, the first news is indeed about Evan Ndicka. So, if you didn't already know, Roma defender Evan Ndicka is feeling much better, having been taken to the hospital after collapsing on the pitch on Sunday with a heart attack. So, Ndicka, former Frankfurt player that I know of, was taken off the medical staff in the 74th minute of Roma's clash with Udinese on Sunday, but however, the club confirmed that he was conscious before being taken to the hospital for checks. The match was subsequently abandoned, and a positive update on Ndicka Roma confirmed his teammates visited him in the hospital with the player in good spirits. In the picture with Ndicka smiling and a pose where he's tensing his right bicep, Roma said on social media, the team visited Ndicka in the hospital. Evan feels better and is in good spirits. He will remain under observation for tests in the hospital. Go, Evan. So, yeah, the 24-year-old was seen on the ground holding his chest while Roma were in possession. The game was at 1-1 when it was suspended. Players and staff of both teams spoke about the officials before coming to a decision. Fans from both clubs applauded the decision. It's not been confirmed what the nature of Ndicka's health scare, but as it appears through the worst of his problem. So yeah, this it's just I don't know why so many players are just having heart attacks or strokes on the field now. It's probably the conditioning and all the stuff that they're, made to do right now. So, yep, surprise, surprise. Sullivan, you got one or two words for Mr. Evan Ndicka.
Yeah. I think it's becoming now common occurrence. I think this is like the fourth or fifth player, but hopefully he gets well.
Yep, sad. Dimitri, you got one or two words for Mr. Evan Ndicka. He has a wolf on his shirt, so that's pretty cool. Anything?
Nah, it okay.
Okay, okay. I like that. All right, moving on to the next news. So, next news is indeed about, didn't already know, Wrexham FC with Ryan Reynolds and Mark, what's his name? What's the other guy's name? I feel it. Rob McElhenney. Yeah, my bad. So, didn't already know, Wrexham squad sent ambitious message to Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney of a promotion party. So, if you didn't already know, Wrexham, the team owned by Deadpool and the other guy from Sunny of His Chance of Philadelphia. That's not what it's called, but yeah, they're promoted now to League One. So that's crazy from League Two. And according to the Red Dragons star Ben Tozer, who told this media outlet that they could even potentially push for championship next season too. The 6-0 thumping of Forest Green Rovers saw Wrexham to secure a spot in League One next season and seal back-to-back promotions, which is crazy, as they just got promoted into League Two from the one below. And victory in the last milestone in their success story under Hollywood owners Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, who took over in 2021. They rewarded the National League winning squad with a lavish trip to Las Vegas, with Toza revealing that they were treated like royalty. But it seems that they were not done yet, with this season them doing absolutely brilliant and just not surprisingly smashing it in the League Two, and now they're promoted to League One. So
time to start building.
that, yeah, sure. But yeah. Solomon, you got 1 or 2 words for Mr. Wrexham FC.
um, it's a good. Everyone is getting involved, and then they're documenting their process, and
Yeah.
it shows like how much of a difference an owner makes. Really, like I'm pretty sure they are just Hollywood actors, but they are just more than that when it comes to sports. So it's good for them. Hopefully, they get promoted all the way up.
Can only hope so, though. Yeah, Dimitri, you got 1 or 2 words for Deadpool, the owner of this football club. I know it's a good move.
Oh yeah, the Ryan Reynolds and his T-Mobile stuff. Yeah, good.
What do you think
good.
about T-Mobile?
I don't know. They didn't pay me, so if they pay me, I'll say they're good.
Okay, you know what? I agree. Your mouth shut. All right, moving on to the next news. So the next news is indeed about children. So if you didn't already know and didn't already see this, so Nicholas Jackson restrained by Chelsea teammates after he at not taking Cole Palmer penalty. You didn't already know, Chelsea's stunning performance against Everton was soured by a fiery scuffle involving Nicholas Jackson and Madueke. I forgot what's his first name. Nino Madueke, I believe. Yeah. The Blues were up 4-0, and when Cole Palmer was brought down in the penalty area for a mark. Wow, that was dyslexia. Let me try that again. The Blues were up 4-0 at the time when Cole Palmer was brought down in the penalty area at the hour mark. That sounds better. Noni Madueke, yeah, his name, picked up the ball to take the spot kick before Nicholas Jackson snatched the ball from him to take it for himself. In the end, Palmer, who is Chelsea's designated penalty taker, picked up the ball and walked towards the penalty spot, leaving Jackson furious as he tried to grab the ball back for himself. Palmer then pushed Jackson away as he put the ball on the spot, and something that infuriated Madueke and Jackson even more, with Conor Gallagher needing to get involved to stop them bickering. Palmer, who was already on a hat-trick, stepped up and coolly converted his effort, called Palmer, and wheeled away to celebrate, but the drama wasn't done yet. Jackson initially refused to celebrate the goal. In the end, words of Ndicka and Malaguso convinced him to go up to pat Palmer on the back. What was an effort? Sorry, cough. With the striker still unhappy at being denied the chance to take a penalty. At the moment, it was a minor blip in otherwise flawless night to Chelsea. So, yeah, basically just children being children. And yeah, Solomon, what do you got to say? 1 or 2 words about this little scuffle at the Chelsea team.
Oh, it's just weird, like uncalled for. Like you have a penalty taker, let him take the penalty. Like he hasn't missed one. No, the only one that he gave up, and Raheem Sterling missed that. So like I don't know what they're trying to do. I know the score is like 4-0, but let him have his moment. Like let him collect his hat trick or whatever. Like just give the ball to the designated penalty taker. If he wasn't there, if Raheem was not there, like you would fight about. But I don't know. It's just weird.
I mean, I don't get it because Palmer was the original penalty taker, and you don't mess with that. That's a system. This
Yeah.
isn't like, some Sunday league thing where it's like, oh yeah, let's just let the guy who doesn't
Yeah.
have that many goals take it. But
No.
And Jackson already kind of scored one, so I don't know why he's so
Yeah.
upset.
I don't know why everyone is upset. Like, and like, it seemed weird, like uncalled for, to be honest. Like, let the penalty. Like, it's so obvious. You would. I'm pretty sure you would practice this, and everyone knows this. Like, who's first, third, second, third, or fourth, like penalty taker, corners, and everything is divided. Like, it's professional football
Yeah.
team, guys.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird.
And it's nice for Gallagher, at least the captain of Chelsea, to go up and
Yeah.
sort it out as well too. So it's good. Very good.
Yeah.
Happy for it. Dimitri, you got 1 or 2 words for the guy on the screen, Nicholas Jackson, looking like he wants to punch the bald man in the face, because that is definitely what it looks like.
Sexy.
Okay, I like that. All right, moving on to the next news, which is similar to Chelsea, and this is actually kind of a lighthearted news. So, Cole Palmer trolled by Chelsea prankster yet again with a new X-rated message on Hattrick Ball. So, Chelsea Hattrick Ball prankster has struck in again, but this time with a twist. Mauricio Pochettino's side thrashed regulations, threatened Everton on Monday night, firing Mammoth's 6th goal, and strawman Cole Palmer bagging fault in the process. As the result, Palmer took home his second match ball in 3 Premier League games, with his first coming following the hat-trick last ditch 4-3 over Manchester United. Eagle-eyed fans noticed someone on the wind-up in the Chelsea, which wind-up means like messing with, in the Chelsea camp, had written on the ball, "shit player," on the match ball. And now supporters on social media have spotted what they've done it once again, but with a different yet recognizable cheeky dig. A snap on Instagram of Palma with one Chelsea psychosis shows a phrase, "I told you you are a shit player," squiggled in the match ball in a marker pen. So yeah, that's funny. I wonder who did this. I really wonder who this, like, because he did a hat trick against Manchester United. Someone wrote "shit player," and then another one this past Monday against Everton, and they wrote "shit player." I told you. I wonder who did it. I really wonder who did it, but that's funny. But yeah, lighthearted, love it. Yeah, Solomon, 1 or 2 words about this, mate. Very
I'm
funny.
pretty sure it's an ongoing joke or like just just a joking matter, but I don't think
Of
they.
course.
Yeah, that's good. It's good though. It's the
Who
second
can
one
you
in a
guess?
week,
Who
so
can you guess that did this though?
I think it's probably like I can totally see like Mikhailo Mudryk possibly doing that.
Really, Woodrick?
It seems like his alley, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Dude barely knows English.
No, but you caught that one time where he was telling the cameraman, "This angle is this side of my face is better." Like get
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That kind of seems like well he does. I'm pretty sure he does. Come on, dude.
I could see maybe.
It's a 2 word. You can string 2 words. Shit
Yeah.
player. Like
Oh, could it be one of the foreign players too?
yeah.
I was gonna say maybe Sterling, because they're mates at the
Nah.
they're mates
I
at the camp, at the England camp. That's why. That's why.
nah, I didn't think I think you have like way different sense of humor than that.
But I think it's an English player, at
You
least.
think so?
Yeah, possibly. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. Noni is pretty funny. If you've seen him in interviews, he's pretty funny. Or
Yeah.
Gallagher, he has some
Nah,
funny.
I didn't think he had a sense of humor. He seems pretty
Chili,
serious all the time.
maybe chili, but then again, I don't know.
Nah. Why do you think it's a
The
England player?
I don't know, just the banter between them, because that sounds like some banter shit player, if you say that in like English, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
No, it sounds like it's a 2 word. It's very simple. Like
Yeah, but then the second match ball said, I told you, you are a shit player."
uh I
Maybe,
didn't see
actually, you
that
know
the
what?
first one.
Maybe.
It sounds like a foreign thing to me. Like I think it's a foreign player. Like I
I
can
don't
see.
think it's Jackson or Madueke. That's just my maybe Madueke,
Uh,
but I don't know. I don't know.
it could be one of the foreign guys. Like I can totally see. It. Yeah, or
Not
like
Casado. I don't think, because it was someone.
nah, nah.
It was someone on the team. So
On the
Thiago
starting
Silva.
lineup.
I doubt it's Thiago Silva. If it was, then
Nah.
absolutely class. Who was the other defender? With him,
Colwell.
Colwell wasn't there with him.
Chalaba? I think it could be Chalaba. Yeah, like Chalaba.
Oh, maybe
I can
Chalaba. Maybe
totally see
Chalaba.
that. And then Desasi, I can see that.
Or Alfie Gilchrist.
I don't know. I think Desasi would be. I think it's a foreign player. That's the
No, Cucurella. I can
that
see
sounds
that.
totally That
Yeah.
sounds totally his
All right,
eye.
myth busted.
And
Cucurella.
just imagine it with the accent.
Shit player. Shit player. I told you, you're a shit player. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We're going with that. Boom. Solved. Love that. All right. Next news. Dimitri, what do you got to say about shit player? Who do you think wrote it on the ball? Any player you can guess. Anything.
I think I like the Baldy one.
Okay. You think it's Magic Mike? What's his name?
Bruce
the guy's-
Willis.
No, not Bruce Willis. Who's the special bald man that everybody knows and loves? He's a doctor, he's an astronaut, he's a teacher.
Oh, I know that guy from Johnny Sins. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Sins. Yeah, he's a great teacher. Great teacher. Okay, lovely. We can move on to the next news. This is already R-rated. So next news is indeed about more serious note. Cristiano Ronaldo. Love to always have him on the show. Cristiano Ronaldo is set for a huge payout after winning legal battle with Juventus, and this is pretty interesting. Read about this. Juventus will be forced to pay Cristiano Ronaldo millions after losing a battle with their former player. And Ronaldo, what's it called? Mr. Ronaldo. Ronaldo took legal action against Serie A giants, claiming they, what's it called? Claiming that they own. I'm trying to speak English right now. So Ronaldo took legal action against Serie A giants, claiming that they owed him more than 16 million pounds in unpaid wages, which is mad. This relates an agreement made with the five-time Ballon d'Or winner and other players postponed the payment of wages during the COVID pandemic. So basically now, yeah, Ronaldo sued them. I don't know why he needs more money, but allow it. But yeah, Ronaldo left Juventus in 2021 to return to Manchester United after having spent 3 seasons. Wow, I didn't even know it was that long. He scored 101 goals in 134 games and won 2 Serie A titles. That is, wow, didn't even know. That's mad. But yeah, this is around 8.5 million pounds plus interest. This talking sum into 8 figures. So yeah, I guess he got it paid back, or he's getting it paid back because they won the lawsuit. So, shout out Ronaldo. That's good. Yeah, Solomon, what do you got to say? 1 or 2 words about Mr. Ronaldo making more money.
Yeah, where have you been? Like, you've gone to like 3, 4 different clubs by now, and
Yeah, no.
yeah,
I
where's
guess he got bored and wanted like some more money. He's like, why not?
I'm like, that Lamborghini wasn't that good. Give
Yeah,
me
yeah.
some more. Yeah, I mean, good for him. Good for winning, you know. The man is just winning all over the place.
Yep. Right now he's at Al Nassr, making
The dough.
this is making me cry. He makes 3.6 million pounds per week at Al Nassr. Yep.
Oh my.
Yep, that's nice. You know, Ronaldo, if you're listening, which you are, of course you are. Just give me a weekly wage. I mean, I'll do great things with it. I promise. I'll decorate my house with your face. I don't care, but please, why not? Yeah. Dimitri, you got 1 or 2 words for Mr. Ronaldo and his money, his Ponzi scheme, because I know that's definitely what's happening with Mr. Ronaldo.
Money is money.
Yeah. Okay. Love that. Okay. So moving on to the next and last news. Sound like a phone going off. Yes, Angry Man. So, Martin Kouon fears Arsenal don't deliver when it matters most, as Mikel Arteta laments first leg mistakes. So, if you didn't already know, Arsenal legend questioned the Gunners' ability to provide the goods, in the big stage after defeat to Bayern and Munich. And yeah, the Gunners lost 1-0 against the German Giants in the Champions League quarterfinals second leg, with boss Mikel Arteta ruining the 2 goals they conceded in the first leg at the Emirates Stadium. And yeah, basically, what the Arsenal legend said, well, hugely disappointed. It comes down to the fine margins and decision making on the pitch. Only 1 goal between the two teams. But I feel that Arsenal never really gave a proper account of themselves, and it's just when it matters most, we don't seem to be able to deliver. So it's one of those, you have to suck it up, for all the players are hurting, but you have to use the almost as oxygen. What? All the players are hurting, but you have to use that almost as oxygen for, okay, I guess so, for a remainder of the season. You have to get up again is a huge disappointment for the fans, supporters, and you just want the players to perform to the maximus tonight, and it just happened for them as well. So, yep, lovely. Basically, just making on Arsenal and about the history of never performing two when it mattered most. Nice. So, yeah, Solomon, 1 or 2 words about Arsenal not finishing when it matters most. Ka-chow.
Ka-chow, collapsing like yeah. Like a cone in the suns of yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good to see. I didn't think they were gonna make it, to be honest. I couldn't see them beating like Bayern Munich of all
I
places.
no, okay,
Come on, come on.
we'll talk about this when Champions League comes up, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it was. I mean, what is this guy gonna take some accountability? When is he gonna be like, "Oh man, yeah, our tactics wasn't that great." It's always about the players. Like he never, or the pitch, or the time, or the like. He never takes accountability. Like take some responsibility too. Like, but he is always whining. Like, why would they couldn't do this? Why they couldn't do that? Like sometimes your tactics are not that good. The team setup was not that great, uh, and his tactics was not that good, to be honest, compared to Tuchel's and the style they were playing. So I mean, he's just whiny. Like, you know what I mean? His things are catching up. You know,
Just
the season is winding down, and the competition is gearing up. You know, it's just a matter of time till they capitulate again.
just proves who the best team in London is.
Yeah. I mean, 2 Champions League doesn't do it. I don't know what does, but you know what I mean. We always never been.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Dimitri,
Yeah.
what do you gotta say? 1 or 2 words about Mr. Mikel Arteta and his angry little whatever face he's making.
No comment.
Okay, that's smart. Good job. All right, moving on to then one of the greatest leagues in the world, which is maybe not actually, but you never know. But yeah, moving on to the Premier League. So, Premier League with Mr. Erling Haaland going like, that's exactly what he says every day. But yes, first place is Manchester City. Second place is Arsenal. Third place is Liverpool. Fourth place is Austin Villa. Sorry, I always mess it up. Fifth place is Tottenham. And down the table, 18th place is Luton Town. 19th place is Burnley. And 20th place is Sheffield United. Match day 33. Let's get into it. So, first game of the match day was Newcastle versus Tottenham. Yikes! Newcastle battering Tottenham, not even with anything to help. They just battered them and just spanked them. They gave them a little roughing. Good God. Yeah, but it was great. 4-0 on Newcastle against Tottenham. Isaac doing brilliant. Brentford versus Sheffield United, 2-0 for Brentford. And yeah, great win for them. And continuing to make them, out of relegation. Man City and Luton Town 5-1. Man City spanking Luton Town, but yeah, decent. 1 goal for Luton Town, but yes, it's top of the league. Man City, surprise, surprise. Nottingham Forest and Wolves 2-2. A tie for Nottingham Forest, keeping them out of relegation. Burnley and Brighton 1-1. And yep, not a great result for Burnley, but decent for Brighton. Still mid-table, taking Chelsea's place. Bournemouth and Manchester United 2-2, and not a great result for Manchester United when they are fighting for Europe a place. But yes, decent for Bournemouth. And yeah, move on. Liverpool Crystal Palace. Oh, and an upset, as I say. The title race is affected definitely this weekend. Yep, 1-0 Crystal Palace in Liverpool after Liverpool was beaten 3-0 by Atalanta in their home stadium twice. Yep, shout out Crystal Palace. Great job for Eze making it when it matters most. West Ham United and Fulham 2-0 for Fulham. Yeah, great result for Fulham, making them 12th place. West Ham, yeah, 8th place, but they needed that win more. Arsenal and Aston Villa in London. Aston Villa beating Arsenal 2-0. Absolutely insane. Ollie Watkins doing great things. And yeah, Aston Villa currently in 4th place, ruining Arsenal's chance of winning. And yeah, slipping down for Arsenal and Liverpool. Then the game that was on this past Monday, 6-0 for Chelsea versus Everton, battering Everton. Aye. That was not nice. That's all I gotta say. Cole Palmer with 4 goals. He is currently joint Premier League top goal scorer with Erling Haaland with 20 goals right now, which is insane. And yeah, Cole Palmer as they call him. So yeah, I mean, I did watch a couple games, and I guess we have a Chelsea fan on here. So Solomon, mate, what you gotta say about Chelsea and 6-0 versus Everton? I know you got a lot to say, so go ahead.
Yeah, well, this was much. Well, I mean, it's. I mean, I didn't expect them to win. Like,
I didn't expect them to win at all. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like 2-2 draw again, and then at the last minute they score, or we win or we lose. But 6, it's pretty good. Like as soon as I saw the first 35 minutes, I was like, oh, 3 already, and then I thought they were pretty good. 4 down, like 4 goals to like halftime. I thought the game was over, and for some reason, Everton was not playing at all. Like they were not. Like they were just everything was. They were making a mess, and Chelsea was pretty good. They had pretty much the same, but it was good. As always, the strong point of Chelsea is Cole Palmer. Like he's been such an outstanding
Say his name
player.
correctly.
Cold. I would even go to Chile, cold. You know what I mean? But we have another one.
We have another one.
Yeah. So it was good. It was good. But the game that I watched was actually Newcastle versus Spurs, which is like amazing to watch. They just destroyed them out of like left turn, like. But it was good.
Go Tottenham.
Yeah, Tottenham, totally shit. Yeah.
I did get to watch Liverpool Crystal Palace as well, so that was
yeah.
great
That's
game.
another one. That's gonna be another game where, Club has a thing for Crystal Palace. When he first came to Liverpool, they were the first team that beat them.
Yeah.
And he said he could never forget that. And then they do it again. They do it again, and it's like, yeah.
Did you see when Eze scored and Klopp's face? He's like, "Wow."
Yeah. You know what's so weird about the club is that he has the ability to, like, every time somebody scores a goal against Liverpool, he have like the capacity to say like, wow, I can't be mad, but that's a good goal. Come on. And he'd be like, wow. Yeah, he did that when they were playing with I think they draw against Arsenal, and they were like, he was like, wow. They were so strong, but that we were too, but they were so strong. So he have that capacity to like really admire, just not just as a coach, but as a just observer of the game. And he does that every once in a while, or he grimaces with his sharp teeth.
Yep.
So
Liverpool teeth.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. But I think Chelsea, we needed this. We needed this so badly. Like in a long time, we haven't had any clean sheets for a long time, and we haven't scored a goal or drawn. Just yeah, 6 goals. It's just for sure there was some drama to it, but it was good. It was good.
Fair enough.
Three from Cole Palmer and then one from Jackson. The other one was from Gilchrist and
Now
then
4 for Cole Palmer, mate.
oh yeah, 4 for Jesus.
1,
Yeah, 1 for Jackson.
4,
Uh,
and then 1 for Alfie Gilchrist.
yeah, that
Forgot
was
the
sweetly
youngster.
taken too. Oh my God, he just took
And that
his
passion
time.
too for that
Nah,
celebration.
Yeah,
That's
that
what I
was
expect
good.
from every Chelsea fan. I mean, every Chelsea player, but
Yeah, he's been coming in every once in a while. He's been really like great when he comes in to close the even though we concede every once in a while. I know
that's
that
fine.
yeah, that's fine, but late goals we need but overall it was good. It was good. It was just a little bit of drama, but then that's what happens when you win and everyone wants to get like on the scoring sheet. But
Now wait, how did Chelsea do in the past match before this?
we draw against was it Sheffield United?
Oh, that's not
Was it
good because now we're gonna do bad against Man City in the semifinal for FA Cup because it's usually good game, shit game, good game, shit game.
Yeah. No, but the weird thing about Chelsea is that we do like put a good show for big teams. Like we draw against City, we draw against like Arsenal. I think was it Arsenal, and then we draw against we won against United again,
Yeah,
and we
big
play
team.
pretty good when it's big teams. The only problem is that
Don't
we
call
be winning
Manchester
like
United big team.
yeah, I mean big. Let's see how I can phrase this. Big money with small teams. You know what I mean? A big, let's see, small teams with big money. Is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
It's better. But
Okay.
yeah, so we put up a good show. I mean, they do have a good squad. So,
Oh yeah, of course.
but I don't completely write us off. I think we can if we put up if we have some players that recover like Enzo, for example, and then Disasi, and we have a couple of players, Baji Shield, and Kuku, if he comes back, yeah, and then if for God's sake, if Sterling puts up a good game, and we have on the left, Jesus, if we have, and then Gusto stays the same, I think we might have a chance. We can draw, and then we can pull the game to like penalty, and then that would be 50-50. That's what I'm hoping, but then again we might
Hey yo, come on over to Chicago this week and we can watch the match.
yeah, but that would be that would be cool, but that'd be exhausting. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game, but we might scrape by if we are so lucky, but
Only hope so.
only hoping so.
Okay, well, that is enough of the Premier League. Dimitri, what do you got? 1 or 2 words about Mr. Erling Haaland on the screen right now, throwing a fit.
We're not gonna talk about Arsenal though.
No, we're
Yes,
not.
excellent.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal, what is there to talk about? They bottled it.
They did,
we-
but the way they did was like like a big teams, they have supporters of like they stay until like we are gonna cheer you on. It's only 2-0.
Mhm.
But Arsenal is like when they scored the second goal, everyone just left.
Touchy.
Like the stadium was like, oh, I just knew then that it's just this is the most annoying thing in the world. They'd be like when they're first, they're like, oh, we're gonna win it, and then all of a sudden you lose one game, it's all over.
All right,
But,
well, that was indeed the Premier League. We can talk about this for hours, but home. All right, moving on to now the next league, which is another great league, which is La Liga, with Xavi going like, referee, you're a donkey. And yeah, so La Liga, get into it. First place is Real Madrid. Second place is Barcelona. Third place is Girona. Fourth place is Atletico Madrid. Fifth place is Athletic Club. Going down the table, 18th place is Cadiz. 19th place is Granada. 20th place is Armenia. Match day 31, let's get into it. First game of the match day. Real Betis and Celta Vigo. 2-1 for Real Betis. Great job for them, moving them to 8th place. Atletico Madrid and Girona, great game here, but a great game for Atletico Madrid, beating 3-1 in Madrid as well too, moving Atletico Madrid to 4th place, which is European place. Next game, Real Vallecano and Getafe, 0-0, and yeah, not a great result for both teams, but still decent table. Mallorca and Real Madrid, 0-1 for Real Madrid, and yeah, decent performance for Real Madrid because Mallorca has been doing decent this season as well. So, yep, keeping them top of the league, no surprises. 8 points ahead. So, yeah. Cadiz and Barcelona, 0-1 for Barcelona beating Cadiz at their home stadium. Yep, another win for Barcelona and great win for them, keeping them second table. Las Palmas and Sevilla, 2-0 for Sevilla, beating Las Palmas at their stadium at home. And a red card for Las Palmas being very naughty. And yeah, Sevilla currently sitting in 13. Not the best season for them, but climbing up. Granada and Alves, 2-0 for Granada. And yeah, great win for them. And I don't see them really getting out of relegation anytime soon, but a decent win. So yeah. Then Athletic Club and Villarreal, 1-1, and a red card for Villarreal being very naughty. And yeah, not the best result for Villarreal, and not the best result for Athletic Club as well. So moving on. Real Sociedad and Armea, 2-2, and a red card for Real Sociedad being very naughty. And yeah, tie, not a good result for both. I mean, Armea is bottom of the table. They're already kind of gone, sorry. Real Sociedad, expected better than them, but yeah, they move on. Then next game, Osasuna and Valencia, 0-1 for Valencia, and decent result for them, and moving them up to 7th place. And Osasuna still lower half of the table, but it is what it is. Yeah. Solomon, you got anything you want to mention about La Liga? Anything?
No. It's gonna be typical Real Madrid. You know how it goes.
Yep, we know.
It's gonna be another season where Real Madrid wins. They're right now 8 points clear.
Yeah, shocking.
I don't see them. I don't see them losing that, but it's good.
Yep. Dimitri, got 1 to 2 words for the guy on the screen right now yelling at you that you're not the Kung Fu master. Anything you want to say? Okay. Nice. Is that that's what he was saying? Okay, great. Alright, moving on to the next league, which is indeed the Pipiti Mio Manolo, blah blah blah, pizza pasta. The Serie A League. And first place is Inter Milano. Second place is AC Milano. Third place is Juventus. Fourth place is Bologna. Fifth place is AC Roma. And then down the table is 18th place Frosinone, 19th place Sassuolo, and 20th place Salernitana. Moving on to match day 32. First game, let's get into it. Lazio and Salernitana, 4-1 for Lazio, blowing Salernitana out of the water, moving Lazio up to 7th place. Les in Empoli, 1-0 for Les. And yeah, Les is still mid-table. Good result for them. Torino and Juventus, 0-0, not the best result for Juventus. This is the battle of Turin, with both teams from Turin. So yeah, not the best for Juventus. Next game is Bologna and Monza, 0-0, another goalless result. Not the best for Bologna, not the best for Monza. But we move on. Next game, Monza and sorry, why can I not say Napoli? Okay. Napoli and Frosinone, 2-2, a tie there and a red card for Napoli being naughty. Not the best result for Napoli as well too, but yeah, decent for Frosinone. Next game, Sassuolo and AC Milano, 3-3. Go watch this game again because it was a beauty of a game. Yep, not the best result for AC Milano and tying 19th place Sassuolo. So yeah, Inter Milano is already far ahead with this tie. They got 83 points and AC Milano has 69 points, which is hey. Yep. Inter Milan already had. Next game was indeed the Udinese Roma. We talked about this game with Evan Ndicka, part of the Roma squad, getting a heart attack sadly in the game. And yeah, but he was okay. So Great to know. This game was suspended. It was 1-1. They'll play this another time. Next game is Inter Milano and Cagliari, 2-2, and a tie there. Not the best result for Inter Milano, but great result for Cagliari. So moving on. Fiorentina and Genoa, 1-1. Decent result for both of these teams, and yeah, so move on. Next game was indeed Atalanta and Verona, 2-2, and not the best result for Atalanta, but still moving on. Verona still out of relegation currently, so yeah. Anything, Solomon, you want to say about Serie A? Yeah, besides your favorite Italian dish, I guess. I don't know what else you want to say.
Not really, no.
Okay, love that for you. Dimitri, you got anything you want to say about Mr. Chiesa right here? He is looking at you like, you know, you just farted, and he's like, what the mean? It's a me. What? Why the fingers? With the fingers, he's saying. What? Yes, like that. With the fingers, yes.
He's okay.
He's okay? He's okay.
Smash.
Smash! Hell yeah, brother. That's what we like to do in America. Yeah. Paulinho, I see you just joined my mate. How are you? And, I know you're probably sad right now, but what do you got to say? Anything about Serie A currently?
No, how are you, host?
I am doing Coca-Colastic. Not fantastic, but Coca-Colastic. So, alright, moving on to now the Bundesliga, or can I call it the Bundesliga? Haha! First place, and the winners of Bundesliga for 23-24 season, Bayern Leverkusen. Let me just first give them a little, where is this soundboard? I need to give them a little, where is it? No, this. Everybody's clapping with me. All my homies support Leverkusen. The workers' class of Munich. Love it. People would hurt me doing that, but yep, sorry. Going on. Yep, first place in Bundesliga, and the winners, as I said, Bayern Leverkusen. Finally, winning a Bundesliga title with Xabi Alonso and the great squad that he pulled together. And yeah, only thing I gotta say is, was amazing to watch this squad play in the Bundesliga and to watch them. So, shout out to them for ruining Bayern's 11-year run of winning Bayern Munich. Yeah, winning Bundesliga 11 years in a row. Crazy. But yep, first place Leverkusen. Second place was Bayern München. Third place Stuttgart. Fourth place Leipzig. Fifth place Dortmund. Down the table, 16th place is Mainz. 17th place is Köln. 18th place is Darmstadt. Match day 29. Let's get into it. First game, Augsburg and Union Berlin. 2-0 for Augsburg. Yeah, decent result for them, moving them up close to European qualification. Next game, Bayern and Köln. 2-0 for Bayern Munich, making them, up the table, but doesn't matter anymore, really. But yes, good result for Bayern Munich. Next game was Mainz and Hoffenheim. 4-1 for Mainz. Great result for them, moving them up to 16th place, which is not the best, but yeah, trying to fight relegation. Next game was Bayern Mönchengladbach and Borussia Mönchengladbach, not Bayern Mönchengladbach. My bad. And Dortmund, great game here, but 2-1 for Dortmund, beating Borussia Mönchengladbach. My gosh, at their home, 2-1 for Dortmund, and a red card for Dortmund because they like spicy, slappy time. And yeah, moving them up to 5th place. Next game is Bochum and Heidenheim, 1-1. Not a great result for both of them. And yeah, moving on. Leipzig and Wolfsburg. Next game was 3-0 for Leipzig. Great result for them, moving Leipzig up to 4th place, Champions League. And then Stuttgart and Eintracht Frankfurt. Not the best result for my mental health, but yes, Stuttgart winning 3-0 versus Eintracht Frankfurt. And yep, Stuttgart still in 3rd place. Great win for them. They are great this season. Darmstadt and Freiburg, 1-0 for Freiburg. Great win for them, making them 8th place, and Darmstadt still bottom of the table. Next game, the result that guaranteed Leverkusen the winning title of the Bundesliga, 5-0 with Leverkusen battering Werder Bremen at their home. And yeah, great win for Leverkusen, and the scenes were unbelievable with everybody running onto the pitch. Hopefully everybody's okay, because I did see some trampling, but yeah, result for Leverkusen, and I guess I'll let other people talk about this. So, Solomon, you got 1 or 2 words for anything that happened in the Bundesliga this past weekend. I know maybe you saw Dortmund, your team, or Leverkusen. I know I did watch Leverkusen. And, yeah, what do you guys say?
Ah, the weird thing is I didn't actually watch the Dortmund versus uh Gladbach. I don't even know how to say that name.
Say it,
Uh,
Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, but it's good. It's I mean, Dortmund in the Bundesliga are not that. They're not doing that great right now, but I mean,
Focusing on champions.
yeah, in Champions they're doing great on that one. But we will talk about that one later. Yeah, I didn't really watch the. I don't know, like because there's the conflicting hours between the Premier League, and there's only like 1 or 2 games that I can really watch, and it's like Bundesliga doesn't. I don't know. Well, yeah. This, yeah, as I said, they're not doing that great in the Bundesliga, but yeah, they're far behind. There's like 3 groups of like categories, and it's already won. Like at this point, you just try to win like a spot for the Champions League or Europa League. That's what this remainder of the season's supposed to be, really.
Yep, fair. Yeah. Mr. Paulinho, anything you want to say about the Bundesliga? I know.
I was really happy that Verts got a hat trick on the last game. I feel like it got him the respect that he should have gotten all season. But yeah, it was so cool. And on his last goal of his hat trick, everyone rushed in the field. But I wish they wouldn't have, so he could play more. That's a way to end the season.
Yep, agreed. Yeah. I mean,
Win
great
the
job, Brad.
title, maybe not end the season.
That's true.
They can still get that golden Bundesliga.
They could, because unbeaten. You know,
Yeah, what is it? 5 more? 4 more?
I believe so. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, 5 more. Okay. Dimitri, you got 1 or 2 words about Mr. Muna looking at you like he just stole your pencils and ran away with them and then gave them to the black market. Anything?
Can I say pencils? They make me. I'm a squirrel that want to munch on them.
Okay.
With a stick coming back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on to Ligue 1. And yeah, we already know who's gonna win this league. It's kind of apparent. PSG, 2nd place Brest, 3rd place Monaco, 4th place Lille. Down the table, relegation, the end. That's game of foot. Not much happened this weekend. So, yeah. Mbappe is really over here. And Dimitri, you got 1 or 2 words for Mr. Mbappe right now on your screen. He's looking at you like he wants to think about the world. What, anything.
He is smart. He's mega mind.
Yeah, I agree. Lovely. Yeah. Moving on to the next league, which is indeed MLS and the Saudi Pro League. Love it. So, 1st place for MLS because Messi is here. Messi. Algorithm. 1st place is Inter Miami. Yay, they're winning currently because, yes, they're winning. Yeah, Saudi Pro League. Currently it is 1st place for Al Hilal. 2nd place Al Nassr, where Ronaldo's at Al Nassr. So, yeah, nothing really to say about this. So, okay, what we actually wanted to go talk about right now is indeed the Champions League. And yeah, I don't know what to say. This is probably one of the best quarterfinals of Champions League I've ever seen in my life. So that's really everything I gotta say about that. Arsenal played Munich, Bayern Munich, Atletico played Dortmund, Real Madrid played City, and Paris Saint-Germain played Barcelona. Let's just get into the matches because it was crazy. Yeah. Dortmund versus Atletico Madrid. 4-2-2 for Dortmund in the 2nd leg, making it 5-4 aggregate for Dortmund. And yep, them going on to the semi-final. Next game, Barcelona at Paris Saint-Germain, with Barcelona winning JK, with Barcelona losing 1-4 in Barcelona, and a red card for Barcelona as well too, being naughty. And yep, 4-6 aggregate for PSG, continuing on to the semi-finals. Then it was Bayern and Arsenal past couple of days, where it was 1-0 for Bayern in Munich, making a 3-2 aggregate for Bayern Munich. Then it was Manchester City and Real Madrid. Great game here. 1-1. Went to extra time, then went to penalties. 4-3 and penalties for Real Madrid. And wow. It's gonna be crazy. There's two German teams in the final. One Parisian, so one French team, Qatar team, whatever you want to call it, and one Spanish team. Great. So yeah, first match I want to talk about is Dortmund Atletico Madrid. Paulinho, this is you. You are Atletico Madrid, and Solomon, you are Dortmund. I guess I'll let Paulinho talk first because I know the pain is coursing through his veins. So, what do you gotta say, mate?
I mean, I think this is big on one of Simeone's decisions to start Azpilicueta. That was such a bad decision. Like that, you have two other players that can play with, three other players that can play wing back that he could have put over there. And if you really wanted defensive solidity, you could have played Ronaldo. Even when Riquelme came on, he was better defensively than Azpilicueta was. Azpilicueta is just such a liability going forward. Every single time they tried to switch it to him, he lost the ball, and he's just not a wing back at all. Like keep him in the right or left center back. I don't know what Simeone was thinking with that. Once Riquelme came on, they finally had a threat. But otherwise, Dortmund literally didn't defend on that side the entire first half. So that was just such an awful tactical idea. Otherwise, the defense just makes like basic mistakes. I think it was for the third goal, Barrios didn't. He did track his runner back, but if he would have defended more intensely, he would have been on top of the guy rather than just trailing the guy, thinking the guy's gonna turn back. He let in a free cross, which led to a goal for Fulkrug. And then I can't remember who was tracking back, but I think for the second goal, Molina doesn't track his guy into the box. For the fourth goal, I can't remember who it was. I know for the first goal, Witsel just gets absolutely caught out. It's ridiculous. Like, you know how Mbappe does that pace thing where he that clip where he acts like he's gonna come back and then runs in behind.
Yep.
Like Witsel got done by one of those, but like by like Sabitzer, not Mbappe. And I was like, that is the most. And it didn't even look like he was coming back to receive the ball. I was like, he sold it so badly and he still fell for it. He just got him behind and they created the goal off that. What was the last one? The last one, they had a bunch of guys that could have thrown their body in front of the ball and they just didn't. But they need a new defense so badly. I think the youngest defender they have right now is going to be Jimenez at 29. And then after that, I think it might be like Ronaldo at 31.
Cheat.
And Hermoso's about to leave on a free, and he's like 26, 27. But he like really isn't even a defender. They just put him back there so we can circulate the ball. So we need real defenders in the summer, and the board needs to wake up because I don't think they've spent like what have they spent? They spent like $4 million on defenders in the last 4 or 5 summers since 2019, and all of them have been free transfers, aside from one who they loaned out and was younger, and all of them have been like 30 plus, which is crazy. Savic just passed it to just awful squad planning.
And
And
didn't Witsel
Simeone's
come
been
from
asking.
Dortmund?
Yeah, he came on a free.
Damn.
And
Crazy.
Simeone's been asking for a DM for about 4 or 5 years, and they haven't brought him in a DM. He's had to move Koke back to DM and basically waste away all his years at DM and run himself into the ground. He has like no legs left anymore. Because they couldn't plan to properly get a squad. So hopefully they spend money on a DM and a center back in the summer. We have some good attackers either coming back from loan or young players coming through, so that's not too much of a worry right now. So hopefully they get a wing back, a DM, and a center back in the summer, a right wing back, because maybe Molina deserves another chance, but it was his fault for about 2 or 3 of the goals in this tie out of the 5.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I really thought Atletico Madrid would take this away, to be honest. So, yeah. You got anything else you want to say?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would say after the home leg, most people knew it was kind of over. Like, we should have won that one by at least 2 or 3 goals, and this team doesn't perform away at all. So I feel like there was a lot of people were really kind of hopeless even after we won the first leg.
Even
just
if you were
hoping to
up
get the
2-1.
penalties. Yeah, they like this team actually sucks away from home. They're so bad.
That is sad.
Well, I don't think it's dead giveaway. I think I didn't really completely write them off from the first away game, especially when you come to like Dortmund's home game is notoriously known for like the yellow wall, and they do have amazing teams, and they can press on like this. You can tell this because the way they beat Bayern Munich the last couple of months ago. Was it months ago maybe? You kind of tell like they had the home advantage and they can possibly
it was like week or
Yeah.
2 ago.
yeah. So you can tell like they had that mentality going as well. I think even if in the way they were playing in the away game, they were kind of subdued a little bit. They were not pressing as much and they weren't doing a whole lot. But when they came to the home game, that I think they brought their personality, and then they had, even though they had a couple of like setbacks, like Hala didn't start and he wasn't gonna come in as a sub either. He was like injured or he got sick or something. But they made the best of the players they had. They started with which it turns out to be a very good start. But for Ian Maddison, which is
Mason.
Aloni from Chelsea, which netted the second beautiful goal, which was beautifully worked by, I think it was Sabitzer and Sancho. But I think they had the aggressions going, and you can tell this like they had more shots, more attempts, they had more possessions. They kind of took the home advantage really seriously as well. And then the team, you can tell like the atmosphere was behind them the entire time. Like, and it wasn't a complete write-off as well. I think I really had a hope that they might actually come back and win this, and they did. They had a pretty good play, but they had some luck, some not so much, but they did they played pretty good, especially like I think Hummel plays pretty good, even though he scored own goal, but he was throughout the game he was pretty good. And I think a lot of the midfields were like doing majority of the work, and they had fast pace. They were breaking at every point they had. Like they had I don't know. I thought they were like amazing to watch. I think this one was, I don't know. It's a Champions League game, but this had all the. I mean, all these games, all the 4 games that I watched, it was like you can't take your eye for 1 second. It's like it's just filled with action everywhere you go. So I think they had everything going. I think Atleti should have done more when they were playing at home instead of like I think trying to win by a bigger margin so
Gotta
that
take
you
your
have
chances. Morata,
yeah, you got to take your chances.
Correa. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they missed a couple of chances. There was one,
Paulinho, you were yelling at the TV, I'm sure, at those chances missed. I would have too.
yeah,
because
I
I was
was
like,
I was at
Morata-
work, unfortunately.
oh my god.
Morata early in the game, he missed like a clear, just like
Chip.
by a mile. Like that is so easy goal, but he missed. And then the thing is, with this type of game, if you don't take the decisive moments, even with the, we'll talk about the Manchester game, but there was really clear chances that wasn't taken, and you get punished, and they did,
Yep.
and in Dortmund, every chance they had, every break they had, they try to capitalize in every corner, like whether it's a corner or whether it's like a free kick, like every counter attack, they try to attack as much as possible. There was no chance wasted, but it was good. It was good. Dude, Champions League games are different.
They are very different. I didn't expect Dortmund to qualify at all, but hey, fair enough.
Oh, oh.
Let me just say who scored for this. So, first goal scored by Julian Brandt in the 34th minute. Then, 4 minutes later, scored by Ian Mason in the 39th minute. Then it was Mats Hummels who scored an own goal for Dortmund in the 49th minute for Atletico Madrid, making it 2-1. Then it was Angel Correa scoring in the 64th minute. But then it was Nicholas Füllkrug in the 31st minute. Then 3 minutes later, it was Marcel Sabitzer. And yeah, this Dortmund wanted to win. And Atletico Madrid should have done more at home and in the beginning of the game. All right, moving on to the next game, which is the Barcelona and PSG, these big rivals. So it was 4-1 for PSG, and first goal was scored by Rafinha in the 12th minute, which, you know, you would think so, would make it an easy win for Barcelona, since they did score. But then it was Ousmane Dembele for in the 40th minute, and then Xavi got kicked out because he called the ref wanker or something. And then it was Betinha scoring another one in the 54th minute, and then Angel Araujo getting a red card in the 29th minute for doing some stupid stuff with that, not a penalty but a free kick. You can say if you want if it's a red card or not red card, but it's up to you. Then it was Kylian Mbappe scoring in the 51st minute for PSG, and then also in the 89th minute making a consolation goal as well too. So it was 6-4 for PSG, and yeah, I mean I thought Barcelona was gonna take this away, but then again, it is PSG, it is Mbappe, it is Qatar Saint-Germain. So yeah, anybody wanna? I guess Solomon, I'll speak about this first. Just a couple words about this match.
Man, this was another one that was like, oh my god, it was really good. It was really good. Dembele was such an amazing, like Mbappe was like fire, like throughout every shot he took. There was one that he attempted that just powered, but then it got saved. I mean, yeah, there was a couple of chances that, I mean, the fourth goal was kind of a luck, but they were good. They were just they looked like they were just told to have fun, and then the tactics seems pretty good, and they were super confident as well. I thought they didn't like really feel like they came away with the losing streak, so like they had that going for them, but they came and they played away from home and they played pretty good, and everyone was there was some horrible calls. I'm not gonna skip over that, but then that's
it is
good.
Barcelona, so
It is Barcelona. Like you don't expect everything to go to your way since 2000. What? Who knows?
Nine.
But Yeah, so I mean, I kind like looking at the last game. I thought PSG were like another year, but they came back and they were just, especially the second half, which is the one that I watched really, and they were very dominant. Like they were attacking. They forced them to make mistakes as well. That Consuelos, that was clearly a foul. That was clearly but Mbappe was such confident. He was like, every time he had the ball, every attempt was just unbelievable. I didn't really like you watch some players and you look at them and like, yeah, it's a little bit hype, but Mbappe, he during this, especially this game, he was not. He was just so good. Like he scored.
And
He like
scoring in the white as well too, the Madrid white. So you're just getting ready for, joining Madrid.
Jesus. Okay. Well, yeah, but it was good. It was. I just thought this was such enjoyable game.
Yeah. Polino, you got anything you want to say about this match? Possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think maybe besides the potential Barcelona penalty, I don't think the referee was bad. Actually, I thought he was pretty good.
Really?
I
You
think
didn't think, like,
the Araujo decision was definitely correct. He definitely should have been sent off.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
really?
the last. It was the last man.
Yeah,
but it
last
was
man.
like he felt like a very light. That there was some.
No, but he clipped his leg while he was running.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he
I
came
thought it was
across
for the
behind him.
shoulder.
No, he clipped his leg too, but
The
it
tumble.
depends which Twitter page you get it from. Because if you look at Barcelona, they're gonna tell you they just touched his shoulder. But when you
Yeah.
look at when they show the replay, it's pretty clear.
Yeah. Well, there was a speed to it. Like, what about the Consuelo ones? The second time on
I thought
Dembele?
that one was like more. I thought that one was a little bit. Well, I still think it was a penalty, but I think it was closer to not being a penalty than.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was 50-50 because he put his foot right in front of the ball, but then at the same time, like they were equally like if he was facing the other direction, he would have been poking the ball at the same
I
time.
might have to see a replay of that one again.
Yeah.
He went through his foot for the ball, right? Because
Yeah.
from last time I looked at it, it was like the same time.
At the same time, but Dembele put his foot first in front of the ball, and then he clipped him in the process. Yeah, but I was like, and then there's some major, like I felt like the referee was losing his head just a little bit. Like he was just trying to get the control and and then he was just giving out. It was, but yeah, I thought there was some questionable like calls. But it was a good game though. Regardless, like it was just good game to watch.
Yeah, I thought that was like Xavi said like a week or two ago, like they have to control their emotions better. Then he lashes out.
He does.
I feel like that's bad. That's pretty bad leadership, in my opinion. I think a lot of the mature managers that have been around for a while, they would maybe they'd say like they wouldn't straight up say like, oh, the referee just cost us this. Maybe
he went up to them.
Say something like, oh, this is like you saw what happened or something like that, maybe like alluding to referees.
Oh no, I think he went up to them and talked to them.
I mean, the thing is, they were up 4-1 at that point, and Xavi got angry because of that red card, and he kicked that side thing next to the camera and then called the ref a wanker or whatever. And still, you're winning 4-1, mate. You shouldn't have to be. I get there's passion for the club and stuff like that he loves.
Yeah, they're still winning at that. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
honestly, and for that specific one too, I saw the foul they called. That Xavi got angry at.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yep.
That was definitely a foul. Like I don't know what he had to complain about. They literally tackled the guy.
Yep.
With their arms, and the other guy like ran with the ball past him.
Yep.
I don't know that decision.
He was losing his head at some of it, but I was like, you got to, because they do need you on the side. Like you gotta make decisions that are important. You gotta take some lessons from Don Carlo, man.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the Gundogan one might have been a penalty though.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I mean, they clip him from the back, and I think Zaire Emery comes around his back and clips his
Yeah.
leg a little bit. For
Mhm.
some reason, I don't think for some reason they don't call those that much, but I still think it's a penalty every time it happens. And then I mean, it's still not a red card, but like Araujo's was.
Yeah, but
But
it's the last man, so
it's a penalty.
yeah, because he is the last like the last defender. Beyond that, because it's yeah, it was a red card, a straight red card, but it was just a free kick.
Yeah, I think that for the Gundogan one, I think that's the only decision that like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
that
see
was questionable.
Barcelona fans like justifiably being upset about. The
Yeah.
rest of them, I feel like it's pretty. Looking back at the Stembele one, it's definitely a penalty. But yeah, I just saw the replay of it. It's definitely a penalty. But the Gundogan one is the only contentious one in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't such a horrible, but it was good game. Like for PSG to go like to the Bernabeu and win and come back, like they have to progress. It's just, I thought it was. I lost. Everyone kind of like wrote them off, and then they went and they played
Mhm.
pretty good too. You got to give them some credit. They did play pretty good.
I agree.
Okay, well, moving on to that because both those legs of games were just pure enjoyment, and yeah, we could talk about them for hours. But then again, there is still more games to come. There's more games to come. I said that twice. So next one was indeed Bayern and Arsenal, with Bayern winning 1-0 and just one simple goal by Joshua Kimmich, a beautiful goal too. And yeah, winning it for them in the 63rd minute. And Arsenal had their chances; they could score, but they didn't. So really, all I could say is congratulations to Bayern, because I didn't think that they were gonna qualify since Arsenal had good form, one, and Bayern has had really not that good of form this season. So yeah, anybody want to say anything about Bayern Arsenal?
This one was, I think this one was like, it was just written in the sky. It's like, I don't think, like, looking at it, I really didn't believe, like, if they don't win at their home turf, like, I don't think they're gonna win going to the, I don't know, away and make some miracles. Like, I don't think beating German teams at their own stadium is to some for some clubs, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think this one is justifiable, even though the game was kind of evenly split. But the moment that they led on, that was a beautiful header by Kimmich again. It's
Yep.
like, it was just brave of him. If like but it was good. And then again, the experience that show as well. Like Bayern Munich plays the Champions League year in, year out. They're gonna be playing next year as well. And they won a couple years ago. And it just shows that they were really dominant, and they had the confidence on the ball. They had everything, like and then again, there was some tactical faults that were made by Arteta himself as well. There were some players that really didn't deserve to start. Like I didn't think Saka had any games that were good since the loss against what was it? I think even the one they won before Aston Villa, he had a pretty bad game ever since he came back from the national game. And he started still, like he didn't have that greatest luck today. He was like, I didn't think he even attempted or made any
Did he limp
cross.
after the game?
Like nothing. He was not that great. Like and then he didn't make a lot of good substitution as well. With this type of games, you do need to make a very effective games. Like that Atletico Madrid game, when they were at halftime, they came back and they made 3 substitute and they stabilized things. And you do have to make those sort of when you look at the player and he's struggling or he's not making the efforts that you're looking for, you have to substitute. You have to try different things. And then again, Arsenal didn't have the greatest luck as well. There was one call that was made against them. I think that was supposed to be a corner, but he went out for a goal kick, and it turns out that to be I think that the goal came right from that kick as well. And it's just it's a game of small margins, and they were a little bit better than because of the experience and everything, a little bit better than Arsenal. Again, this is 14 years. They haven't come back and they're struggling to win the league at home. And yeah, it's just tactically was not sound. Players were, was not that great. Some players that could have been starting that didn't start at all.
Yeah. Yeah, Paulinho, you got anything you want to say about this match as well too? I mean, the first leg was better, but
Yeah. I mean, German teams at home are always so good because
The fans, yeah.
German
Passion.
fans are always consistently good for pretty much every single team. So no matter which German team's going to play at home in whatever competition, you know that there's going to be a big show out and a really good appearance from the fans. So always tough to play them at home, even with Dyer in defense. I didn't even see that.
who be benched there?
Yeah, I didn't even. Well, to be honest, I didn't watch the full game. I only saw the goal, but looking at the stats, Bayern had more shots. I mean, I did hear about some of the game too. Sounds like Martinelli really should have scored early on. And it's another case of just not taking your chances early on. It looks like Arsenal were a little bit better in the beginning, and then Bayern just took control of the game. Arsenal had their chances, but Bayern put them away.
Arsenal becoming what Arsenal is, and Arteta, engulfing that DNA that Arsenal has.
Yep.
which
And
never-
so many pundits not only put Arsenal through, but pretty much wrote Bayern off, which is really, really dumb.
That was me, because I thought they had a bad season, and I thought Arsenal had a decent season, and their defense was looking good, but
Yeah, but they got the difference makers, though.
I was wrong. So, yep, passion over technique.
I mean, you look at how many players are gonna win a game for you, and I feel like in tournament games that's a lot more important.
Yep.
You look at Arsenal and you're thinking maybe like Saka or Martinelli. Look at Bayern, you see Kane, you see Musiala, you see Sane,
Two Tottenham players.
Maker. Yeah,
That's tough.
and
That
like,
is very- Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited for the next leg, honestly. But yeah, moving on to the next one, which is indeed great thing that happened, which was indeed Manchester City and Real Madrid, which was 1-1, and Kevin De Bruyne, Rodrigo scoring in the 12th minute for Real Madrid, making it, we thought they were gonna stay like that and maybe get some goals, but then Kevin De Bruyne comes to score in the 76th minute with a nice shot, and yeah, then it went to extra time, nothing. Then it went to penalties with Andre Lunin doing absolutely brilliant, the backup keeper for Courtois. So yeah, shout out to him. Honestly, he was amazing. So yep, City plays with some shatty penalties, especially Ronaldo Silva. I don't know what the heck he's doing. And if also for this game, it was crazy looking at the stats: 33 shots on goal versus 8 shots on goal for Madrid, which is Andre Lunin, just shout out to him. But Solomon, you got anything you want to say about this, mate?
I think this was a game of two giants, really. Like, I really enjoyed this one as well. The one thing about this is that I think the theme for this Champions League is that both of the teams didn't, especially City, didn't convert a lot of chances. There was one Foden chance to I think 85 minutes that were crossed, and that just ricochet of his foot, and there was no power, and then he just goes to the keeper. There was a couple of chances like that, and then there was Haaland one that hit the crossbar, and there's a couple more that City attempted really badly. I think the strategy for both of these teams were like they knew both since they equalized in both ends, home and away. It's just to like kind of like City's. I guess Real Madrid to the extent as well. It was like to just wear down their opponents and then somehow go for the kill. I think that was certainly the strategy for City. Even though they attempted more, they tried to dominate. They would, I think their aim was to score early on or to score and then settle down like they do in the Premier League with the smaller teams. They do go in and try to finish the game early on and then just sit back and kind of invite their opponents. But then again, Real Madrid was they kind of understood that and took their energy down, and then it went to 120 minutes. And then toward the end, you can see everyone just getting sluggish and just kind of hoping and waiting to just nothing to happen for the last couple of minutes and kind of like not going for the dangerous, not attempting too much, and then like play that kind of like trying to wear their opponents down in a way. But I believe City was more on the attempting to win its side than anything else. They had more shots, they had more chances, they had very close chances a couple of times as well. If you look at the numbers, they had way too many chances as well. And I think even yeah, I don't know, even the way they were set up as well is made for like to last a little bit longer. Every team was kind of prepared for everything. I don't know if that makes sense.
Nope.
I think both teams kind of knew that it's gonna drag on for a little bit. Then it's not gonna be an easy game for either side.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
yeah, but I think City was really because of the chances they had. They were really going forward. They just weren't lucky enough, and they had more of the ball as well. They were attempting. They had more of the pass, like almost twice as much of the pass. They were going in every direction, in every way possible, and they had more shots as well. 33 versus 8 shots, 9 shots on target versus 3. That's like that's twice or triple the amount of each shots. But I think they kind of invited them, and yeah, they took trying to in the end, I think penalties, I always say it's a 50-50. It's a coin flip kind of thing. Some days you can have great game and then you can lose at a penalty. If you lose at a penalty, it's not really like a loss, to be honest. But yeah, it's a decisive moment. So
That's a loss. Ask friends.
it's a loss, but it doesn't feel like you were bettered by the other team. It's just a matter of chance, really.
Yeah. Okay, well, Polino, you got anything you want to say about this match as well, too? I know you didn't want your rival Madrid to go on.
To be honest, I wasn't bothered about Real Madrid whether they went through or not.
Really? Wow.
I mean, it's good for the league for the coefficient and everything. So, like in the future, it's just I didn't want to see Man City win it again for sure. So
Same.
I also think it would be interesting to see. Well, I didn't want to see City against Bayern either. I'd rather see Madrid Bayern again.
Or
mean,
Bayern and Dortmund. Like
should have put in the semifinal, yeah. Because I think City is just like Bayern's kryptonite. Like Bayern didn't look like they could do anything against them when they played against them.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Real Madrid against Bayern in a big game for a while now, so I think it's gonna. I just for some variety, you know. But yeah, I mean, Man City had some chances they really should have scored, like the Bernardo Silva one's huge chance.
Oh my god.
The
Holland.
Holland one before, like I don't think it's as big. I think people underestimate how hard that header actually is. Like to get it to loop over all those players into the top corner and hit the post. Like that's a hard finish.
You could do it.
Exactly. I did it. I did it on Sunday when we played. Remember?
I know we were training and you did it.
Oh yes. But yeah, that was a massive chance, and then I I don't like going down the middle in penalty shootouts. And that I'm always like a stick with a side kind of guy. And just trying to blast it and kind of curve it toward that side. But I mean, I don't. They're professionals. They know better than me. But and my penalty record sucks. But
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that was weird. I don't know why I did that.
but yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think Man City they had more chances, but Real Madrid always pulls it out in these moments. So
Fair. Okay, well, yeah, moving on to what we were gonna talk about. So it is currently now the final four: Bayern versus Dortmund and PSG versus Real Madrid. Did I get that wrong? Let's see in a
No,
second. It is Bayern versus Real Madrid. Love that. Love it. Then Dortmund versus PSG. Ah, I got it wrong.
group stage.
Going to be interesting. Going to be interesting. I'm gonna just go ahead. We'll give ourselves our little guess right now. So I believe between Bayern and Real Madrid, I believe it's gonna be so boring, but Real Madrid, they're going through. Dortmund PSG, on the other hand, I'm gonna say Dortmund into the final. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say anything past that. I want to say the winner yet until these games go through. But yeah. Solomon.
You got to give us a winner. Give us a winner.
No.
You just predict the final. You got to predict.
No. Maybe in a couple weeks, but I'm not gonna say it right now. No, too soon.
Okay.
Yep. What about you, Solomon? What do you guys say? Who's your winner for this semifinal right here?
I think it's gonna be Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. It's gonna be definitely Real Madrid, and then Dortmund. Man, as much as I would love that, like Dortmund versus Real Madrid. I'm just gonna go PSG. I think they got the killer instinct. They got the speed. They got like the energy. I don't know about the coach, but yeah. I think it's gonna be again.
Enrique.
Yeah, Enrique. It's gonna be, so I think it's gonna be Real Madrid and I'm gonna say Dortmund, but Jesus, I can't see that.
Big fan.
I think it's gonna be Real Madrid versus PSG.
Okay, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Yeah. What about you, Mr. Paulinho? What are you saying for the semifinal?
I think PSG is going to beat Dortmund. I just think they have better individuals that'll decide the game. And then I think that some of their midfielders are finally coming through in a good moment. So, like specifically Vitinha.
Yep, Portuguese star.
I think he was like, I think it was decent last season. A lot of energy and got around the field. Made defensive actions and covered ground. But this season, I think is like taking a step up.
Also, shout out Barcola as well too. Brilliant youngster, Portugal too.
Yeah, I used to kind of hate him, or maybe not hate on him. I used to think that he was kind of overrated at Lyon, but just because I thought his technical ability was really bad, and I thought he had a really bad decision making in front of goal. But he was like 18.
He's working on it.
Point, so it makes sense that he got better. I guess you'd expect it to get better, but I thought I was just like, what are you doing? Why didn't you shoot that? Why didn't you pass that? Like every time I watched him, but it seems like that's not an issue anymore. Now he's really breaking on to the scene. But yeah, I have PSG over Dortmund. Then it's not going to be PSG Bayern again. It's going to be, I think Real Madrid's going to get through. I think Real Madrid. I don't know. Like Bayern's defense is just a little bit too unsettled in my opinion, and I don't like their backline hasn't been that consistent in terms of how well they've played and in terms of personnel. Like it always seems like it's switching up due to injuries or rotation or whatever else. And then there's throwing like Limer, Kimmich, or whoever else at right back. Just inconsistency with the structure and the defense. Although I think Limer in midfield's really big because they really needed some guys to eat up some ground in there alongside Goretzka, so that Kimmich could do more ball progression and focus on being like an 8 instead of deep lying, instead of a DM like they almost wanted him to be. And
Sorry,
then yeah,
I
think
up the music. This is fine. Okay. Yep. Fair.
and then I'm taking PSG in the final.
All right. Fair enough. Bad boy. All right. Moving on now to that was Champions League, and excited for the next coming games. Europa League. It happened. Still currently AC Milan versus Roma, Liverpool versus Atalanta, Leverkusen versus West Ham United, and Benfica versus Marseille. The games did happen last week, and oh my god, surprise, surprise for me and everybody else. Actually, maybe not for all of them, but yep, at home in Liverpool, Atalanta beat Liverpool 3-0. Oh my gosh, Kamaka, love him. And yeah, great job for Atalanta, and shocking result for Liverpool. Next game was Benfica and Marseille. It was 2-1 for Benfica, and yeah, great job for Benfica winning at home. I thought Marseille was going to take that, so fair enough. Next game, it was Milan and Roma. 1-0 for AC Roma, and yeah, another shocking game. Thought Milan was going to win at their home stadium, San Siro. But yep, moving on, Leverkusen and West Ham United. No surprises here, really. Leverkusen winning 2-0, but I'm not going to count out West Ham United. They did do good. They tried their best to hold that lead, but in the end, Leverkusen is Leverkusen, and great job for Wirtz and the rest of the squad. Yeah, any of y'all want to talk about any of these matches over here? Because they were still decent, not compared to Champions League, but still decent.
I don't know. I think that Atalanta Liverpool one is going to be really exciting for the second leg.
Yep.
I thought it was like an awful performance from the defense for Liverpool, especially on that second Scamacca goal. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, it was a quick turnover, but you've got to recognize the danger right away. Know where the striker is, even if you have the ball, you should know. And it almost looked like a lack of interest from the team. They put in all their starters, and they still got slapped with 2 more goals. So
Klopp was wow. Pace wow.
Yeah, and then I don't know, they want a good send off, and then I think should I give predictions too?
Yeah, I mean we can just go ahead and jump into that. Solomon, I don't know. Did you watch any of these matches as well too, or? And I saw Leverkusen, I saw some Roma game, I saw Atalanta, but not really much to give.
Nah, I didn't. I just watched Liverpool lose 3-0 for
That's
the first
lovely.
time in Europe. Yeah, but yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, let's just make our predictions right now. So, I mean, this is like, we're gonna make our predictions next week, I guess, for this. But I believe that I'm gonna give it Atalanta. I think they're 3-goal deficit at their home stadium in Atalanta. I don't believe it's going to be, they can't do that much to it. Next game, I'm gonna believe Marseille. Marseille's home crowd is absolutely insane. Though I've been there, and their fans are hostile as hell, but still passion. I love passion. But yeah, Benfica still is a strong squad, but Marseille, I believe, Abamahu, Abamba is going to come up with the win. Next game, Milan Roma. I believe Milan will take this home, even though it is going to be a Roma. That's hard. I can't say it, but man, that's hard. My bias is wanting to say Milan because I want to see the game in Europe when I go there. But you know what? Shout out Milan. We'll go with the LeBron James and Sacker, Christian Pulisic, the LeBron James, yeah. And yep, it's gonna be in London, West Ham. I really want to say West Ham just to upset, but I know Leverkusen. So logical. I'm going to go just Atalanta. I'm gonna go with Marseille. I might. I want to say Milano, but Roma 1-0 Rome is hard, so I'm gonna go with Rome, then Leverkusen. So, yep. I guess Solomon, what do you gotta say, mate?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Atlanta is gonna go through. Atalanta is gonna go through, and then Marseille. Okay, let's say Marseille. Is gonna go, and then Milan. I still have hope for the LeBron James of soccer to come back. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah,
And then
brother.
Leverkusen is gonna be Leverkusen. You know, I think they're gonna win it. I don't think there's a doubt.
That's
They
crazy.
came to West Ham went over there, right? They are playing away, so there's a chance, but I don't think they're gonna lose it. And then yeah, it's gonna
If
be
West Ham wins that, fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. I am excited for that one.
yeah. They kind of like they did the impossible. They beat somebody who like hasn't lost a game in a while. So, but yeah, it's gonna be so West Ham. I know Leverkusen versus Milan, and
Yeah.
then Milan is gonna go through.
Okay, fair. Polino, what'd you say, mate?
I'm gonna stick with all the first leg results. I think Benfica's going through. Marseille's
Okay.
just been winning this season.
Mm.
So inconsistent. I'm gonna take Roma over Milan. I don't think they're gonna lose at home. That loss at home for Milan is so bad.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I want them to start playing Pulisic as a 10. Actually, that would be so cool.
Damn. Okay, fair.
But I'm not the coach. Anyways,
Maybe.
and then I think Leverkusen might even stretch this because West Ham's actually going to attack this time and not have one shot on goal versus 33. So I think they're going to come out of their shell and then maybe tie, maybe lose by one. So I saw Leverkusen either winning or drawing that game and going through.
Okay.
And from semifinals.
Yes. Yes.
I'll take-
Huh?
For my semifinals, I'll take Atalanta over Benfica, and then Leverkusen over Roma. And I'll take Leverkusen against Atalanta for the most exciting European final possible.
Okay.
And then
Is that it?
yeah, Leverkusen to win it all. Yeah.
Okay, fair. Nice. All right. Yeah, I mean, we'll see tomorrow. I mean, we'll see. I mean, this by the time the show comes out, this will already happen. So we'll see next week. And yeah, let us move on to now the best time of the week, which is the football memes of the week, brought to you by Gatorade. Just kidding, PG Khaled. Brought to you by Rival Venters and Mr. Elway right here. Love him or hate him. So first meme is indeed about Barcelona and PSG. And Barcelona was talking about on their Twitter, they posted the amount of stadium people that showed up at their stadium. And it's funny what they said. Tonight's attendance at the Estadio Olympic Luis Company Stadium was 50,309. Then someone tweeted against it. Actually, it's 50,310 because Araujo got a red card and went into the stadium stands. So cheeky banter. Love it. Next meme is indeed about Harry Kane and Kingsley Coman trophies. So, yep. Kingsley Coman has won a trophy every year since 2013, stretching from the French League to the Italian League to the German League now. And yeah, and then Kane has not won a trophy since his career in 2013. And someone tweeted this and said, "Can't believe Kane ruins Coman's insane run of the titles." So yeah, sad time for Kingsley Coman. And why did he have to let Kane come? He should have moved to another team. I don't know what's wrong with him. But yeah, Kane. Maybe he'll get the Champions League, but I don't know. So, yeah, okay, moving on to the next meme, which is brought to you by Elway right here, holding a popsicle. Next one's about Manchester United. Of course, I'm Benter. And someone tweeted a picture of Manchester United and the players hugging Andre Onana and said, Andre Onana is now one goal away from equalizing Lionel Messi's 73 goal a season in all competitions. What a guy. And honestly, with that, I can just give it a round of applause by just this. 73 goals for Andre Onana. Against him. I mean, that counts. It is against him. He did concede 73 goals already. That's insane. He'll probably beat it. Yeah, he will definitely probably beat it. Okay, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining on the show. And yeah, it was a great time. It was a great flip flop. I like flip flops. It's the summer coming up, so exciting time for flip flops. But yes, Solomon, thanks for joining, mate. Lovely to have you on as always, mate.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Of course. Then Paulinho, thanks for joining on, mate. Great to have you on. Great to have your sorrows and pain.
Thank you for having me, host. How was your time on this today?
It was absolutely amazing. I think we went a little long for this one, but honestly, have a great time each time. And Champions League was a lot, so surprise.
Yeah, that was mainly me. My bad. Oh,
That's fine. That's fine. We love football. Dimitri,
thanks
as well.
for the show.
Yes, thank you for being on as well too. You are a
No
legend.
problem.
Yes, I love that. Okay, well, everybody, thank you for watching on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share it because without sharing, how else are you going to know that Jeremy Doku is beautiful? And as we say in the show, in 3, 2, 1,
Love
love
football.
football. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.